Hey, what is up everyone? In this video, we're going over a recent rumor that Sea of Thieves is coming to PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. My initial thoughts on this was just to shrug it off as it's never going to happen, but as I started thinking about it and seeing more reports surface, I started thinking maybe, just maybe, it could be true. So let's talk about what is being said and then go over the reasons why it could make sense and why it also doesn't make sense. So according to an outlet called GameFile, they're claiming Xbox is considering bringing Sea of Thieves to PlayStation. Other outlets have also claimed it's being discussed for both the PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. This comes right after the announcement of another release of an Xbox exclusive, Hi-Fi Rush, released last year that is making its way to the Nintendo Switch. For me personally, I'm not sure how credible I find these reports. Unnamed sources typically aren't the most reliable, but a lot of people that I follow in regards to this type of stuff have also been supporting this rumor, so in some ways it gives me a little bit more credibility to talk about this on the channel. With all that said, let's first talk about what could be evidence that Sea of Thieves is coming to other platforms. First, with the game entering its 6th year being released, it's old enough that it's been exclusive for a long enough time that anyone that would have gotten an Xbox or Game Pass for it probably already has. Releasing it now would help boost player numbers and prolong the game's life longer. Another reason this may be true is looking at the updates Rare has been making to the game. Stuff like Safer Seas and what's planned for Season 11 are evidence to suggest that they are trying to prepare the game for an influx of new players. It would honestly help explain the decisions they've been making over the past year. Xbox also just recently announced that they're having their next developer direct on January 18th, so that actually lines up pretty well with when we should expect to see announcements for Season 11 of Sea of Thieves. We could definitely see like a surprise announcement at the Developer Direct where they have like the announcement for Season 11 as well as saying, and now it's coming to PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch or something like that. One last reason this rumor may also be true is we've already seen the game go to a non-Microsoft platform in the past when the game was added to Steam. So there are already several compelling reasons for why the game may be going to the PlayStation 5 or the Switch. Now let's talk about the ways that this may not be true. First, Hi-Fi Rush, which started this conversation, is already a relatively small game compared to Sea of Thieves, and makes some sense for it to be on the Switch. Microsoft and Nintendo also signed a partnership about a year or two ago during the Activision Blizzard acquisition. This is what bridged the way for the game to come to the Switch. Looking at the different companies, PlayStation and Xbox are in much more competition against each other compared to Xbox and Nintendo. Looking at Sea of Thieves specifically, I don't think the Switch is powerful enough to run the game properly. The PlayStation 5 could definitely handle it, however it's unlikely that Microsoft will put the game on the PlayStation platform unless Game Pass came with it. Sea of Thieves has become one of Xbox's marquee properties like Halo and Forza, both of which would also not come to the PlayStation unless it got Game Pass on there as well. Which honestly I don't think Sony would ever allow Game Pass to be on their system. But those are my thoughts on these rumors about Sea of Thieves coming to the Switch and the PlayStation 5 potentially. Let me know what you think about these rumors. Do you think it's true? Does what Sea of Thieves has been doing with the updates recently and just some of the other evidence that has come out from these reports, does that make you think that the game actually is going to the PlayStation 5 or the Switch? Or are you just kind of like my initial thought and just shrug it off as never going to happen? I'd love to hear all y'all's thoughts in the comments below, but if you enjoyed this video, it'd be great if you like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye y'all.